Welcome to KOIN Conversations. I'm Chief Meteorologist Josh Cozart. I've got my camera ready to go because peak fall foliage has arrived not only in the Pacific Northwest, but in the heart of Portland's Japanese garden. It's a truly spectacular sight. I get to talk with not only the communications director, Will, but also Hugo, one of the gardeners that helps craft and shape this incredible site that can be seen in late October and early November. So here is a closer look at our KOIN conversation. Tell me a little bit about why people in particular find October to be the time to come.
Well, I mean, look around you. I think, the Pacific Northwest does fall the right way. It's a really beautiful part of the world. And then here at Portland Japanese Garden, because of the intentionality of the way that the landscape is placed, every tree intentionally planted, it creates this really just beautiful tableau. Basically anywhere you go in our garden, you're going to be presented with just this really stunning view. And sometimes it'll be mostly pine, but then you'll get that one shock of orange, or sometimes it's just like this incredible, almost fireworks display of different reds and yellows and oranges. So it's always a really special time of year here, and the anticipation's fun, but then when it gets here, I think that's the best part.
It's the Christmas Day effect. Almost.
Yeah.
And I almost feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, but almost every single day, an in particular tree might start to look wildly different than what it did the day prior.
Well, we say visit often, and it's because we want to see here as much as possible, but the truth is the landscape does really change from day to day, and especially if you miss a couple days, you'll come back and you'll see it's stunning. A tree will all of a sudden just transform. We see the same thing in spring with their cherry blossoms, where you blink and then all of a sudden it's a display, a beautiful display.
What would you say is maybe one of the highlight spots that people come here specifically during the fall to see?
So we do, I would say everywhere, but to be more specific, we have this tree that we call the tree, and it's believed to be one of the most photographed trees, we say in North America. I'm going to go ahead and assume maybe the world. It's this very humble maple tree, but then you get underneath it, and underneath the canopy is this really beautiful shot. We set up a line where photographers will wait to get their 15 minutes to take their photo of it. It first became known because a local photographer took a photo of it, and it wound up in National Geographic. And then it was also featured in an art show at the Smithsonian. And so I think that's kind of inspired other people to come. And you walk down the line and you'll meet people from all over the world. I know there was this one gentleman a few years ago who on our website saw that we had declared it peak fall, drove 18 hours overnight to get his photo. So it's really lovely. It's reassuring in a way. You get here and you see that people get really excited for nature. It's a touching thing to see.
And it's the thing I feel that people, you guys get to experience it every single day, but for someone who maybe this is their first time coming back to the garden in a while, seeing that excitement is really an added sense of, I kind of work and live in a cool place.
Yeah, they say a garden isn't complete until it has its guest. And so I think the people here are really what makes this so special, to have this kind of community space for people to gather and get to enjoy nature with one another. The garden was founded in the 1960s as a way for cross-cultural understanding, for people to come together. It was founded in the aftermath of World War II. But that hope and that message of trying to get people to understand each other, one another, to develop that inner peace inside that you can then spread to others, it really resonates. And so to see people here living up to that ideal, it's really special.
I'm seeing a lot of smiling faces as we talk now. But we are in peak fall foliage.
Yes.
Timeline. I know it varies. What are you guys looking at?
Get up here now is what I would say. It lasts, it can last a week, sometimes two. But Mother Nature is the ultimate arbiter, and we can't account for what she's going to do. So we always say, don't waste time, get up here, make sure that you get to enjoy it, because then it will be about another year before we get to see the fall colors again.
And I know the leaves only last for so long. They come down, but there's still so much more to kind of anticipate even during the winter months. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, well, right now we have an art exhibition that's running through February of next year. It's called Designing Nature Elements of Harmony, and it goes over the traditions and techniques that go into creating spaces like this. And so we have a timeline that goes over the history of it. We have these really beautiful suiseki stones on display, bamboo art, this incredible painting by this acclaimed artist Hiroshi Senju. And then we also have stunning photography of the garden itself by one of our members. And we have a display also that goes over some of the great gardens of Japan. So if you enjoy a space like this art exhibition is really wonderful because it gives you even more insight into the process that creates it. This place, Japanese gardens by their very nature are supposed to evoke the feeling of nature, and they do it so successfully that sometimes it can feel like it's organic. But this place is shaped by human hands, and so the effort of our gardeners like Hugo and the support of our community, that's what helps this place thrive.
And there's still, even from the nature standpoint, this is such a peaceful place. Every time I come here, I feel a weight lifted off my shoulders. So even during the winter months, my personal favorite time that we've spoken in the past is when there's that light rain shower that kind of comes through, and it just gives you a sense of peace.
Yeah, our curator emeritus, Sadafumi Uchiyama, described this place as a depository of emotions. And by that he means it will meet you in the way that you need to be met. So if you're going through a tough stretch of your life, this is a great place to kind of process that. It's also a really great place to come if you're enjoying something really wonderful happening to you. Whatever emotions you're feeling, this place will meet the need, whatever they might be. And I think that's one of the things that makes it incredibly special.
It is a truly spectacular spot all year long. And what is, I would say, with the weather challenges in the upcoming months, I know that it drives the leaves. How is your team prepared to maybe dip into volunteers? How can people get involved to kind of help prepare for the seasons to come?
Yeah, we're really fortunate to have some really incredible volunteers here. We have over 200 of them. And so if you're interested in learning how you can volunteer here as well, go to our website, japanesegarden.org, and go to our volunteer tab, and there's a lot of information there. And there's many different ways to volunteer, whether it's in horticultural support or working in our art exhibitions, being a docent for a bonsai. So if there's something about this place that interests you, chances are there's a volunteer opportunity that will meet what you're looking for.
And speaking of the bonsai, where do they go during the winter months?
Back home. We're really fortunate that we have a lot of partners in the area. Portland is a kind of an epicenter for bonsai in this country, a lot to do with the climate. The Bonsai Society of Portland has something like 600 members, making it the largest in the country. Wow. And so through that really incredible network, through that and then through the personal contacts that people like our garden curator, Hugo Tori, make, we're able to bring in this really exquisite bonsai from different artists in the area. When the winter months hit, they go back home, and then they come back in the springtime in consultation with our bonsai consultant, Michael Hagedorn. And so he helps select and place them out, and it's always really special. But yeah, so that's another thing. If you want to see a bonsai, make sure you come out here in the next few weeks, because when winter hits, they'll be going home.
For the long hibernation before spring comes back.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what your day in, day out looks like, especially during peak fall foliage.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of the work is working together with the gardeners. We have 8 full-time gardeners now. And right now, a lot is leaf cleanup. That last weekend there was a strong wind. There was a lot of leaf cleaning this morning.
How do you guys kind of protect the trees from said storms that kind of come through that can change the course of the fall foliage?
There are certain levels of tasks that we can do proactively. One is a hazardous tree assessment, and that is presenting from like big trees falling, big branches falling. The other is just regularly looking at trees and try to see smaller branches that can be damaged or be dangerous.
Speaking of the leaves, it's not just the trees, the shrubs here that is alive, but I mean, all of the ground coverage is really a sight to see during the winter months. Why is it so important to remove the leaves and keep that space open?
Yeah, it has to do with the frost too. We don't want ice over the moss, and when we have more leaves, the coldness will remain there. Whereas we take them out, they can easily get dried and be ready for the next sun.
What do you think is the most challenging season for you all here, or the one that puts in the most work?
Well, I think it is the leaf fall season, definitely. So that will be more in November.
Yeah.
After the fall color is a challenge.
What is it like when you walk around, you're maybe raking leaves, hearing people experience the beautiful gardens that you guys put so much care into? What does that feel like to hear that?
It's very rewarding, yes, that people are loving it, and as much as we love the garden.
Because you're not just working here, but you're enjoying it yourself as well.
Yes, that's the point. We do get very busy, and it is our job site. We can easily forget, but also not take it for granted. Step back a little bit and enjoy.
We're getting ready to go into a La Nina year, which from a winter standpoint means a little bit more snow, maybe ice is all possible. What is kind of your guys' preparation in watching the weather forecast during the winter months?
We do it all the time. We are curious to know when the snow and the winter storm is coming. It's just being really prepared and really being on standby to come up here to the garden.
Because this is not just we can't come up to work one day, we have to work diligently. Is that correct, even in harsh weather?
Yes, I mean, they are living things, plants, and also koi. So we must be here to be there for help. If they can do it themselves, we wouldn't be here, but yes, they need help. So. Together with the yukizuri, we are also doing komomaki and shikimatsuba. It's sort of a traditional Japanese winter decoration that also serves the function of winter maintenance. But komomaki are the straw mats that we wrap the tree trunks. Some call it the tree hug. But they are traditionally to catch the bugs during the winter when they seek for a warmer place. And then we burn it together with the straw rope.
Okay.
And the other is shikimatsu, are the pine needles that we lay on the moss, so the moss don't frost in the morning. Yes.
Okay. And so is that a one-time thing in particular with the pine needles? Do you all lay them out and they kind of stay all year?
No, it will be temporary during the frost period.
Because you never know on a day what
what it's going to bring.
we could not predict that we'd get this just dramatic sunlight spotlight and steam rising off of the kind of peninsula jutting out there, or the fact that it looks like the light has perfectly illuminated the end of the path of the stepstones down there. Like,
I think they knew what they were doing when they put it together.
I really did. I really did. Frogs are out.
Which also just adds to the beauty of it.
One of my favorite things about the bridge is that, bridges in Japanese gardens are not meant to just be a mere way to get across. They're a place to linger and enjoy a view. And so if you stand here and watch people, you'll notice they maybe will start to walk and then they'll just stop and kind of like start to spin around.
And just see all the different angles.
It's really special. And again, the placement of this bridge, this was placed in the 60s. by our original designer, Professor Tono, and nailed it.
Yeah, and it's fun too to see that like some of the trees are still green, but you can tell they're just about ready to flip. So
yeah, when we say peak fall, it's all the trees don't change at once.
Yeah,
and so it's always kind of a subjective call. So this morning, I talked with some of the gardeners, and I was just like, "What do you think?" And they said, "Yeah, I think
here."
So. Yeah,
Because, gives it some longevity too to know. Okay, if that one particular tree isn't turning just yet, soon.
Well, we've talked about microclimates, and and definitely here with the variations and the pockets of where sun comes in. I think that helps to start explaining why some areas you'll see these like magnificent yellows and oranges, and then other areas it's, of course, the species of the plants.
It helped play into
that's part
it.
Of it too.
Yeah.
Another really excellent thing about the design of the space is it feels very sheltered.
Yeah.
And so in a comforting way, like the canopies of the trees come rise above you, and it somehow makes it feel like home.
Yeah, but almost blanketed, cozy feeling.
Yeah. We'll often look to the lace leaf maples, and if they're mostly orange,
then
that
that
feels like a really great sign for
Yeah.
us. And Chloe, you were talking about the bones of the trees.
Yeah, the leaves start falling and it really reveals the shape of the tree, the work that goes into pruning them and maintaining them with their bones.
I love that, because they're like a work of art themselves.
And the flat garden might be one of the best places for seasonality, right? You get all 4 seasons in one space.
True, yeah.
Absolutely.
I guess I had not thought about that prior, but it is.
Yeah. Weeping cherry, which you've seen in bright pink in spring. Maples are really popping right now in fall. And the pines remain in winter. And the rake gravel is thought to evoke the feeling of cool water in summer.
Beautiful.
We're proud of Portland. We love Portlanders. Come up here, enjoy some serenity, enjoy, get that feeling of inner peace. We want to see you here. We're better for your presence, so please come up here. We look forward to seeing you.
And that's our KOIN Conversation. Thanks for watching, and I'll leave you with some of the incredible sights being seen right here in the Portland Japanese Garden.